Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, I'm in the middle of my little thing here. I'm making a holder for saran wrap and tinfoil, and when I went to start nailing things together, my nailer quit working. And yes, it's a Harbor Freight central pneumatic. It is central, yeah, central pneumatic gun. This is the older version. They have a new version now that's I don't think it's purple. I think it's more of a green. I don't know. But I do know that this was one of the more first ones that they had, and I've been really happy with it so far. I've had it for several years now. Haven't had any problems with it until right now, and hopefully you can see all this and stuff. This won't be my usual scrapping type video, at least not for now, unless I can't find any reason why this thing's not working. But I'm going to start pulling apart. I went to my toolbox and just found all the different types of things I believe I'll need to pull it apart. So we'll start right here, because this is where there's just what looks like 3 Allen head screws here that kind of hold a little cap on up here. So we'll loosen those up. Now obviously you do this at your own risk if you follow what I'm doing and break your equipment or hurt yourself. I'm not responsible, and yet again, if you don't like the way I'm doing something, don't do it. That just kind of swivels out of the way there, and there's another little piece here on top. Try not to get those messed up. I'll put them kind of in an order here. Stick these up over here. Hopefully won't knock them off. Little trick. This is pretty tight. Take your wrench here, use the box end just like you would if you were doing this sort of thing, only you're doing it with a regular wrench here, and carefully break it loose. That is really on there tight, so like I said, do this at your own risk, because for me I didn't spend very much on it, and if it doesn't work, it's no good to me anyway, so it'll just... Okay. I'm taking this one off, and I can feel it pushing against me here, so there's definitely like a spring or something in here, so be careful when you start pulling this off. There we go. Okay. There's just kind of a spring type mechanism in there, a bunch of O-rings, and what appears to be no, these are metal, aluminum, some sort of aluminum fingers, some O-rings, and a kind of a plastic thing in here that moves up and down on what appears to be some sort of spring. Yep. So really a lot of this, but I don't know, never dug into one of these, so I'm not positive of what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, there's like an aluminum thing here. Let's see what kind of bad things we can make happen. There's that. So it'll be whatever it is, don't even know. And pushes this forward. You can see up here when I push on that, this piece here goes in and out. Dang it. So that pushes that way. So I'm going to pull it out. Maybe. You can see that or not. Alright, well, it's still metal, but this looks like it might get in there and kind of give a more even pressure around things, I hope. Like a little white piece of plastic. It's got an O-ring on the outside and an O-ring on the inside. That's in these two things here. What I was talking about was in there, and they kind of went, actually. This went first. Now I don't know which way that went, but that went first, and then that was on there like that. There's not a whole lot else in there. It's pretty well just an empty case there. I guess I'll show you what's inside of a central pneumatic air nailer, stapler. So far it looks like, I'm assuming it's an aluminum body. Yeah, that's an aluminum body. Lots of aluminum pieces. It's actually kind of cool if I have to scrap it. There's a lot of aluminum in them, so if you can pick these up and get them for free, there's a lot of aluminum here. I'm pretty sure the body's actually all aluminum. I would have thought it was plastic, but it's not. And pretty much that's it. Just a whole bunch of aluminum parts and pieces inside. So I don't break it any more than it already has been. Okay, it turned fairly easy. Hopefully you can see all that. Yep. Oh, I'm seeing something now. I am going to dig into here. Well, it looks like actually this trigger, the little pin here has like appears to be an O-ring on it, just holding it in. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. It's just like a little O-ring donut of some sort. Don't lose that. So it's probably hard to find one that tiny. And it's just got a pin in here that goes on out. Woo! And then everything falls apart, and you hope you can figure out how to put it back together. It's just similar to a paint gun, not the trigger part here, which there's a little spring in here, and then what I'm assuming is the part that hits the safety, so we'll keep that in there. But in here it's similar to a paint gun. If you've ever torn one of them apart, you unscrew this, and this is where you'd have your adjustment here for your trigger pull on your paint gun, but this doesn't have anything like that, so I'll have to figure out what size wrench I need for that, and we'll pull it out, see if there's anything messed up in there. Yeah, that doesn't look like it has much to do with the air. So, alright, I'm going to go find a wrench and figure that one out. Appears to be a 7mm that pulls this out. So, I'm going to have to go this way. And it only has 2 flat spots, so it's kind of difficult to get to the flat spots without moving the gun all around here. Once again, not a whole lot in there. I don't know if you can see that. It's just, yeah, a little needle here that with an O-ring around the edge here, and the O-ring, none of valve looks okay. Everything seems to look okay. Before you tear this apart and play with it and mess with it and try and fix it, the best idea before you do all those things because it's working now. Working just fine. Except for I kind of cracked my little spot down here. I'm going to have to JB weld that again. But the best thing to do, turn on your air compressor and put air to it. It seems to work a lot better now. I don't know why, but that fixed it. It's a wonder. Anyhow, this is Sam. Jack of all, and obviously, really obviously, master of none. Y'all have a good one.